Okay, so welcome everyone. Today, next couple of minutes, we're going to talk about how we can earn money online through the internet, well, from the internet itself. Okay, so how does this thing work? How can we actually make money from the internet? Well, we all know about this. We all know people or businesses who have sprung up around us in the past few decades and have done exactly this. We all know that someone is earning an awful lot of money. Perhaps we even actually personally know these people around us. But we think this happens, well, far away from us, or it happens to people who know an awful lot about technology and how to use the internet and how to use software. In other words, we don't think that making money online is something that the average person can do, even though most of us are online every day. What we do is exactly this. It's innovative because it's very, very simple. What we do is we collaborate with one of the largest prestige consumer clubs in the world, and by helping this club grow, we earn money. It's that simple. Okay, so let's see how the club works and what it is exactly we are doing. Well, our clubs enables businesses and consumers to join. Businesses offer discounts to consumers and earn the loyalty of those consumers for the exact same reason. So let's look at both perspectives so we understand what's happening. On the one hand, we have small, medium businesses, which are in a rather tight spot lately. This is because they have a declining number of customers, and the customers that actually remain have a decreasing purchasing power, which means they're not spending as much. Now, this means that they had to resort to different ways, especially when it comes to actually getting a presence online and on the web. What they did is usually resort to deal sites of all sorts. Now, what they did there is offer super discounted price for their products and services. At the same time, these deal sites actually got a cut close to 30 or even 40% of the revenue. Now, this meant that what they were actually doing is just unloading their stock without making any real profit. And of course, this is not a sustainable way of keeping a business, which is why most deal sites are actually failing. Not because consumers aren't still interested in deals, but because businesses can't give out deals all the time. Okay, so business owners and professionals understand that the game is now played online and the future of their business is online. And even though they know this, most of them don't even have a website or an e-shop, even if they were on deal sites. Okay, why is this? Well, it's mostly because the cost of creating a site and e-shop is too high. Okay, well, what do you mean by cost is too high? Well, even if they spent a fortune to make a really good website and e-shop, they still need to spend more each month to advertise it and get people there. Now, this day and age, this is something most business owners and professionals just can't do. Now, when businesses affiliate themselves with the club, they get access to thousands of active consumers. That's the advertising there already. They can offer deals and freebies to consumers, but most importantly, they can become part of a global loyalty club that offers a permanent discount to its members. Now, this is a sustainable discount that they can give, and this incentivizes consumers to keep coming back, form lasting relations with businesses in the club, and become long-term loyal customers of these businesses. Okay, so what's the club's cut for all this revenue? What do they get? And what does the club get to keep out of these deals and discounts? Well, here's the amazing part. Nothing. Exactly. That's no extra cost for the business, which means that the business can actually start making a profit by joining this global loyalty program. Okay, so what else do they get? Well, they get the ability to create a one-page website, a digital showcase of their business, and a complete e-shop. And at the same time, they get access to a targeted audience of active consumers, the club members. Okay, so how much does all of this cost? This website and e-shop and of course the advertising. Well, it may sound incredible, especially if you're familiar with market prices right now, but the cost is just $160 per year. Yes, okay. The club is based in the US, so all prices are in US dollars. But just think about it. $160 per year for a website, e-shop, and targeted advertising. Okay, as we all know, the price of these services can often reach thousands of dollars per year. So obviously the price of $160 has attracted thousands of businesses to the club already, which is true. The fact that thousands of businesses have already affiliated themselves to the club means that the club's consumers, members, have already benefited and are still enjoying inconceivable benefits from being members. Okay, so what's our cost? Well, let's start by saying that the membership cost was the same when there were only 100 affiliated businesses 2 years ago, and the same when there were 200, and now it's the same when there are literally thousands. And here's the great potential of this model. As more businesses join the club, the loyalty card becomes more and more valuable for us members. This results, of course, in more and more consumers becoming members to get access to this loyalty card. And of course, this attracts more and more businesses who want to join because more members means more potential customers. There is absolutely no reason not to expand this model anywhere in the world. Okay, so currently, as I just mentioned, we are still in the club's infancy. The club began globally just 2 years ago. In the next few years, we may see literally millions of businesses and consumers join from all over the globe. As members, we can earn money by helping our club grow. Okay, so how does this work? This means introducing new businesses and new members. That's what we do. So how much do we earn by introducing new businesses? Well, we already mentioned that businesses pay $160 per year to join our club. The member that introduces this business instantly earns up to $130 out of the $160. Okay, so a business affiliates itself to our club. It gets a website, an e-shop, access to thousands of loyal consumers, pays $160. The club only keeps 30 of that, and we get the leftover $130. Well, yes, that's exactly it. And the commission is given to us instantly. That's right, the business owner or professional can pay with their credit card online using a personal link we can send them, and the full commission gets back into our back office immediately. Okay, so this might be a bit hard to believe, but the nice thing about having thousands of businesses is that there are hundreds of members that have already benefited from this instant commission. Now, by following a link that will be provided by the person who invited you here today, or just by clicking the continue button if you're viewing this webinar as a video, you will be able to see some of the affiliate businesses and hear from some of the members who have introduced them up until now. This is already happening in many places all over the world. And actually, our team aims to be a worldwide pioneer. We want to introduce this idea and spread the word of its benefits all over the globe. Now, this means that some will join and become members just to benefit from discounts and save thousands of dollars every year. Some others will focus on introducing businesses to the club, selling the web tools and earning 80% commission from each one of these businesses, as we already mentioned. But there are some who aim to build a network of consumers. They will enjoy multi-level commissions that actually reach a 90% payout. Okay, let me explain what that means. Try and imagine yourself in two different situations, two different scenarios. In the first case, Facebook decided to pay you $1 for every person you've ever invited to Facebook. In the second scenario, in the second case, imagine if Facebook decided to pay you, well, $50 for every friend you have ever invited to Facebook. but it also paid you $50 for every friend they have invited to Facebook, and $50 for every friend they have invited to Facebook, and so on. Which situation would you rather have? Well, this is kind of what happens when you introduce members to our club as well. As you see, the deeper you go, the more your commissions will grow exponentially. Now, something like this happens when we introduce new members and we build a network of consumers. Multi-level commissions means that we don't only earn on members that we have personally introduced, but on the result of the entire team that started from just us joining. When it comes to consumers, each member we introduce creates a sort of, well, ripple effect that can create entire teams generating income for us from other cities, other countries, or even other continents. Okay, so more details you can get on the compensation plan just by following the link provided by the member who introduced you or by clicking on the continue button. But let's look at just some simple examples. Well, membership costs $336 per year. By introducing just 3 other annual members, you can get your full subscription back. So basically, you're a free member just by introducing another 3. Second, from the total revenue created by member subscriptions, close to 90% are returned as commissions, as we already mentioned. Now, what this means is that with a relatively small amount of total revenue, we can generate very, very large income. Now, this income is monthly, and this is key because it means that every member with an annual subscription generates income for 12 consecutive months. This means that the effort we put in each month adds to the result we had last month and the month before that. With the same monthly effort, we can get an increasingly higher monthly income. And the best part is that all this happens while we help the average household save money, and we're not promoting the purchase of a new product or a new service. We're not even trying to change anyone's buying habits or shopping. We just offer everyone discounts on things they already buy. One of the things I recommend you should try out as soon as you click the continue button is check out the businesses already in the club right now, especially the ones in your neighborhood, and see which ones already offer discounts. Now, even if you don't have, if you may find yourself in a neighborhood that already has tens or maybe hundreds of businesses in a few mile radius around you. But at the same time, if you find yourself lucky enough to be in an area with no businesses yet, or just 1 or 2, it means that you can start the ball rolling. You can really start the club working in your area. Now, everything we talked about is just the tip of the iceberg, because there are many ways someone can profit from this idea. There are advanced internet marketing tools available to all members that they can then market to businesses. These will include email marketing tools as well as fully featured tools to create applications both for Android and for iOS devices. And the nice thing is that our commissions are always in the level of 80% and sometimes above. Now, details on all of this again can be found if you click on the continue button at the end of this video, or you follow the link from the person who showed you this video or invited you to tonight's webinar. Okay, let's look at some income examples so we can start to understand what it means to actually earn an income from our club. Well, suppose we introduce 20 members to the club. Most of them will probably join just to enjoy the benefit of the club discounts that we already mentioned. However, if only 2 or 3 of those 20 do the same thing we do, invite another 20 people themselves, and just 2 or 3 of those 20 again do much, much less, just become 3 by inviting their 3 members. Well, we will soon have a team of close to 100 members. Now, the average income generated based on this example is $800 to $900 per month. Okay, so a 100-member team can be created within 1 to 3 months after we introduce the first 20. That's how long it takes for them to actually build up a team on average. Okay, so if someone introduced 50 and starting from those 50 created a team of 300, well, their monthly income would climb close to $3,000 to $4,000. And of course, we don't have to stop there. There are members right now in the club that have teams of thousands, and their income is huge. But what's really important, the really important part of all this and the club and the income that it can create is the stability, because it's based on the fact that you have many members who earn $100, $200, $300 every month by working part-time. Because as we said, you can build on the same amount of effort you do each month. Now, sharing this idea enables us to earn money, but at the same time, we are helping modernize and update businesses, increasing their revenue, and helping families save money on nearly all of their monthly expenses. But true success comes when members of our teams reach their goals and begin earning income themselves through the club. Now, by clicking on the continue button or following the link provided by the member who invited you here today, you'll get a free online back office that will be automatically created for you. Through it, you will be able to research and gather the information and the answers you may want on everything we talked about today. You can learn about our compensation plan, study the services and the club itself. You can get more information on the marketing system and everything else you're interested in. But this is what the form will look like. You just have to put in your basic contact information, and that's it. You automatically get your starting online digital back office. This will give you access to the information we talked about, so please go ahead and research them. But remember, the most important information you'll find there is the contact information of your sponsor, the person who shared this idea with you. When you get a feeling of what you can find in there and you read a couple of information, remember to give them a call. Get the answers you want for the questions that are going to be created naturally in your mind. Then check out the genealogy page. What this will enable you to do is see and witness the growth of this idea. The minute you first get your back office, there probably isn't you won't see any growth yet, because you literally just came into our idea. But slowly you'll see how fast this is building, and you can actually get a feeling just by looking live the new members that are joining our club. Okay, so I get that this is an awful lot of information, so do make sure you click on the continue button now, get access to your back office and start exploring this great idea. Then contact the person who invited you and share this idea with you to answer any of your questions. There's nothing really to think about other than that. Just get started. Thank you.